It's gonna be a long video, so let's just dive into it. This book is a beautiful story about a lawyer named Julian Mental who turned into a monk, and this was written by Robin Sharma. In this story, Julian decides to sell all his material possessions, including his Ferrari, travel India, the land of mystical traditions, where he learned about a spiritual fable that helped him fulfill his dreams and reach his destiny. He traveled to the footsteps of Himalaya to a tiny village where he met Ancient Sages of Sivana who were extremely knowledgeable about secrets of joyful, peaceful, and meaningful life. He realized his spiritual voyage to rekindle the lost spark. He decided to spend some of his time with those sages and learn their ancient art of mastering the way we live. During this quest of his life, he met Yogi Raman, who taught him these secrets with a condition to share this knowledge further. So if you like it, please don't forget to share and subscribe this channel. Let's start this journey of transformation. For next few minutes, don't lose your focus, as Albert Camus once said that real generosity towards future consists in giving all what you have in present. As soon as you stop spending time chasing big pleasures, you will start enjoying the little ones. This is where the true purpose of life resides in the larger schema. Every event has a purpose. Every setback has a lesson. Failure of whether personal, professional, or even spiritual kind is essential for personal expansion. This brings the inner growth, so never regret your past, rather embrace it as a teacher. In this oasis of enlightenment, we should shed the shackles of reasons and place the trust in our intuitions, because ultimately life is all about choices. Our intuitions work as some sort of inner compass that nudges us gently towards the destination. First of all, to expand the knowledge of working mind, body, and soul, to attain self-evolution, you need to learn twin discipline of personal mastery and self-responsibility. To unravel this treasure trove of potential sleeping mind that is awaiting to fulfill higher purpose, you need to cultivate deep sense of peace and inner serenity. This will boost your physical vitality as well as your spiritual strength. Success on outside means nothing unless you have success within. When a student is ready, the teacher arrives to help to see the true potential that lies within us. To grasp the essence of this story, getting rid of personal, physical, or even spiritual dirty diet is your step one. Yogi Raman gives an analogy here by pouring coffee into a completely filled cup. When we seem to be full of our own ideas, it is hard for us to learn. So keep your cup empty for the knowledge you're about to receive. Apply these methods to your life for 21 days and you will see the transformation. Only then you will be able to grasp the 7 basic virtues, 7 fundamental principles that are key to self-leadership, personal responsibility, and spiritual enlightenment. The fable starts by imagining that we are sitting in the middle of a garden. Next to this garden towers a tall lighthouse. The door of the lighthouse opens and a 9-foot tall giant sumo wrestler comes out, wearing a pink wire cable to cover his private parts. While wandering around the garden, the sumo finds a shiny gold watch. He slips onto it and falls to the ground, rendered unconscious. Just when he is about to lose it, he smells the fragrance of beautiful yellow flowers around him. Energized with that essence, he gets up and through the bushes he sees a long, winding path that is made of sparkling diamonds. Something seems to instruct the sumo to walk that path. That path leads him down to the road of everlasting joy and bliss. This looks like a very simple story, but I promise by the end of this video you will realize that we should never overlook the power of simplicity. There is a universe of sensibility and purity of purpose in above fable that will be explained in rest of the video. Let us start with the garden. That is a symbol of the mind. If we nurture and cultivate the mind like a fertile rich garden, it will blossom far beyond our expectation. But if you let the weeds take root, lasting peace of mind and deep inner harmony will always elude you. Yet people put tons of toxic waste in their fertile mind every single day with worries, anxiety, past and future issues. To live life to the fullest, you must stand guard at the gate of your garden and be very particular about which thoughts you should let into your garden. These thoughts are just captives of past that you allow to rob your life from you. Transformation of your thoughts leads life from ordinary realm to extraordinary. There is no such thing as the real world. What really separates the ordinary person from an enlightened one is how he or she interprets the circumstances of life. It's your responsibility to choose the responses towards the circumstances that life throws at you. When you form a habit of searching positive in every circumstance of your life, you will move to a higher dimension. By controlling your thoughts and your choices to respond to events in your life controls your destiny. Stop being the prisoner of your past and become the architect of your future. Dare to dream that you are more than just the sum of current circumstances. To reach this level, you need a purpose of life. When you are inspired by a higher purpose, you start improving the quality of your thoughts and break the bonds of logic. Your mind transcends the limitations and your consciousness expands in every direction to flex your mental muscles. Winston Churchill once said that the price of greatness is responsibility over each thought. The quality is improved by erasing your mental boundaries as if you look deeper. Everything is easy if you set the correct level of difficulty, as boundaries of your life are self-created. Failures are the biggest teachers of life. All inner changes need time and effort, as persistence is the mother of personal change. Never get hung up on the outcome and enjoy the process of personal expansion. Question is, how can you do that? Well, definitely not by keeping your one eye on the destination and the other on the journey. Remember that the concentration is root of mental mastery. Birth of a desire translates that it has a capacity to become a reality. Concentrate the focus of your mind on a singular purpose and the quality of your output will be improved. If you're lost in the woods in the middle of a winter and all you have is a piece of paper and a small magnifying glass, how will you keep yourself warm? Well, if you put a letter over the dry woods you find in the forest and concentrate the rays of sun on the letter by the magnifying glass, you can make fire. Similarly, when you concentrate your mind's power on a meaningful object, you will ignite the flames of your personal potential to produce wonderful results. Figure out what you truly love and direct all your energy in that direction. Success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It only does so by unintended side effects of one's personal dedication to a cause greater than oneself. This is why to improve the quality, you need focus. When you are focused, you are more confident, and that can lead you to taking the roads less traveled. Get rid of the cobwebs. Step out of your comfort zone and stop being too practical. Discover your real reason of being here and have the courage to act on it. You should daily take time to reflect on this purpose. Silently contemplate where you were in your life and where are you headed. This will significantly improve your entire day. By saying that you don't have time to improve your thoughts, it's like saying that you don't have time to stop for gas when you're busy driving. Life is like a rose. You meet thorns along the way, but if you have faith in your dreams, you will eventually move beyond and reach the flower. Every morning when you wake up, take a rose and sit in a quiet corner of your house. Observe its texture, its fragrance, its touch, its feel, and stare at it for a good 10 minutes without any distractions. It will be difficult at first, I agree. Compare this rose with your life and eventually, after a few days, you will notice that you feel a lot more calmer. Every day, no matter what you should do, but you should always return back to the heart of the rose, as there's a power in silence and stillness. No matter how efficient multitasker you are, but your mind can hold only one thought at a time. Whenever an undesired thought, hold the focal point of your mind, replace it with an uplifting one. How to apply this technique? Become aware that you are thinking of an uninspiring thought. Appreciate that as easily as a gloomy thought slips into your mind, you can replace it with an inspiring one. Weak minds lead to weak actions. A worrisome thought is like an embryo. It starts small, but it can take a life of its own. Everything is created twice, once in our thoughts and another in reality. To make a change in your outer world, you must first start with the change in caliber of your thoughts. As part of this technique, sages of Sivana would look into a still water and envision their dreams becoming reality. Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self than others. Run your own race. It doesn't matter what others think of you. What is more important is what you say to yourself. Your mind has a magnetic power to attract all you desire in life, whether it's good or it's bad. Fatigue dominates those who are without any direction or dream. Direct your mind in present and you will have a boundless energy. Lighthouse represents the sense of purposeful life. If you strive to improve lives of others, your own life will be elevated to higher dimension. Your basic purpose is to live a healthy and a happy life by nourishing the garden of your mind by striving the happiness. The real source of happiness starts with steadily working towards the achievement of your goal. Advancing in the direction of your life's purpose will kindle your inner fire, which leads to confidence of facing the uncertainty. Your sense of achievement is driven by your awareness of life's aim that gets manifested into your vision. This is termed as Dharma in Sanskrit. Dharma brings your inner harmony and lasting satisfaction. It's Dharma that compels people to step out of their comfort zone and work towards it as soon as they discover true potential of their existence. Benjamin Disraeli once said that the key to success is consistency of purpose. Self-actualized people know the importance of uncovering their purpose by exploring their talent. The key to self-actualization are discipline and vision. Discipline is embedded in your clarity of how you can envision your life and steps you can take to fulfill the visions, whereas vision is mapping your objective and creating a vision board. Setting your goals will define objective in your life that leads you to knowing precisely where you are going. Anyone who wishes to improve the quality of their life, take out a paper and start writing your goals right now. You change your life the moment you set your goals and start to seek out your Dharma. Principle of Joriki teaches you to concentrate every ounce of your mental energy on self-discovery. Acute awareness of your aim will lead you to the abundance of possibility as your mind starts filtering out an unimportant and focus on important. Goethe once said that we are shaped and fashioned by what we love. The 5-step method of achieving goal is pretty interesting one. Let's start with the first one. Form clear mental image. Envision your dreams by closing your eyes and try to touch them and feel them. Get positive pressure from your surroundings. Make public pledges and let the world know about your goals. You will instantly work towards the fulfillment as no one likes to fail. Always set a goal with attached timeline. Train your mind to associate the pleasure with good habits and punish the bad ones such as falling short of deadlines. Write down your goals, as goal that is not committed to a paper is not a goal at all. Create your dream book and revisit it daily to contemplate your goals in different areas of life. Rule of 21. Well, for a new behavior to be crystallized into a habit, you must perform the set of new activities for 21 days in a row. Always fill your day with laughter. Laugh like a kid for any reason. Every morning after your ritual of heart of rose, as a day without laughter is a day without life. Recalibrate the importance of living with exhilaration for selfless deeds to realize your purpose. Every experience offers a lesson. Stop majoring and minoring things. Stay focused on your life work and give selfless service to others. Sumo wrestler is depiction of constant and never-ending improvement, and that is termed as Kaizen in Japanese. Self-mastery is the DNA of life mastery. Those who keep their minds open to new concepts, those whose cups of knowledge are always empty, move to higher level of achievement and fulfillment. Virtues of self-mastery. Well, the first one is develop the strength of your character. Cultivate a deep sense of faith in your ability and an indominant spirit. Standing your words will lead you to develop a stronger character. Develop mental toughness. As Epictetus once said that no man is free who is not a master of himself. How could a person lead a corporation, a department, or even a team if he is not able to lead himself? Live with courage. Courage allows you to run your own race because you know what is right for you. Face your fears and jump out of the airplane. It is your lack of courage and closed mindset that is holding you back. Enter the zone of unknown to unravel your potential. Make an inventory, a spreadsheet of your weakness, and tackle them one by one. Fear is just a monster created by negative streams of consciousness. To develop these virtues of self-mastery, Yogi Raman gave us 10 rituals to be practiced for the radiant life that will help you to master your mind, body, and soul. First one, ritual of solitude. This involves ensuring that your daily schedule includes mandatory period of peace. Silence has a healing power that acts as a pit stop for the journey of soul. Pick a corner in your house and call it Sanctuary of Self. This is filled with fragments of flowers. Sit there every morning after you wake up without any distraction and breathe deep. This place will become your secret forum for mental and spiritual expansion. Ritual of physicality. You guessed it right. This ritual nourishes your physical body. Yoga is an extremely effective way to unlock the reserves of your vitality. Always breathe deep and properly as oxygen liberates your energy reserves. Ritual of nourishment. Inefficient food is the main source of discontent, as poor diet has pronounced effect on your life as well as hampers the clarity of your mind. It's like providing a low octane fuel to the best vehicle you have been provided. Consume the food that is live and created by natural intersection of sun, air, soil and water. Yes, it means vegetarian or vegan diet. It's the highest octane fuel for your body. Huge mammals on our planet like gorilla and elephant all are vegetarians. Ritual of abundant knowledge. Read daily for at least 30 minutes, as knowledge is the only power. Consistent action to apply the knowledge will realize your dreams. Be picky about which knowledge you should consume, as some books are meant to be tested, some are meant to be chewed, and some are meant to be swallowed whole, like this one. Ritual of personal reflection. This ritual is your power of inner contemplation that will connect you to the dimension of your inner being. Develop a habit of personal introspection by writing thoughts of the day and personal care by retiring into your sanctuary. Stop making excuses and just do it. Just do what is required to be done by implementing the habits of personal introspection. Only way to improve tomorrow is to figure out what went wrong today. Happiness comes from good judgment comes from experiences, and experiences comes from bad judgment. Ritual of early awakening. Most of us sleep far more than we are required to. If you are missing the sense of direction and achievement, you will sleep longer. Quality of your sleep is more important than the quality. Morning sunbath is the key for extraordinary longevity as sunlight will release your vitality and restore your emotional and physical vibrancy. Meditate to the soft music before you sleep. Keep your phone out of your bedroom. Eat your dinner before 8 pm. Sleep by 10 and wake up by 5 am. When you wake up, sit in your sanctuary of silence and make a mental list of things you would like to do today as if today was the last day. Envision yourself doing it. Ritual of music and laughter. Laughter flows happiness juices in your body and hence the best medicine for your soul. Every morning after your ritual of solitude and physicality, laugh your heart out. William James once said, "We don't laugh because we are happy because we laugh." Treat your friends and family with genuine smile every time. Make a ritual to listen music whenever you are busy making spreadsheet, journaling your day, even driving to work. Ritual of spoken words. Words and arrows once left never come back. So be cautious about what you talk. Speak only if necessary, as if it consumes a lot of energy to speak something and think. Recite mantras. Collection of words strung together to create positive effect is called mantra. In Sanskrit, mantra means man is mind and tra is freeing. Every day recite that I am inspired, disciplined and energized in your sanctuary of peace. Self-talk is you talking about your self-image and seeing yourself fulfilling the task assigned to you every day. Pat your back after you fulfill every task. Ritual of congruent character. This ritual requires you to take daily incremental actions to build your character. You sow a thought, you reap an action. You reap an action, you sow a habit. You sow a habit, you reap a character. You sow a character, you reap your destiny. Actions that are cultivated by your virtues lead you to a meaningful life, so govern your actions by a series of timeless principles. What are these principles? Well, principles of virtues that lead you to inner harmony, that eventually lead you to spiritual success. They are compassion, humility, patience, honesty, and courage. Yogi Raman said, character is the highest intellect. Ritual of simplicity. Never live in the thick and thin of material things. Focus only on the actions or activities that are truly meaningful. Be a minimalist, be a vegan, and reduce your needs to feel spiritually fulfilled. Key to fulfillment is not to make your happiness subject to finding that elusive pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Everyone knows the story of King Midas. It goes like that. King loved gold so much that he prayed that everything he touched would turn into gold. When his wish was granted, he realized that he could not eat or even touch his own daughter. So he asked God to take back his blessing of turning everything into gold. This teaches us that pain is a powerful teacher, but to transcend pain, you need to experience it first. Bring the change in you that you are always seeking. Stop checking your phone all the time. Rather spend one day a week without your cell phone. Stop wasting your time on social media. Spend more time with your family, kids and loved ones. Watch as many sunrises as you can. Failure is nothing more than just not having enough courage to materialize your dreams. Never fear failure, as every lesson comes from failure, since universe favors the brave. Have courage to stand your ground. Follow your dream, that will lead you to your destiny. Follow your destiny and that will lead you to the wonders of universe. Faith in your cause and unconquerable will to win will lead you to a purpose of life and effective goal setting. The pink wire cable will remind you of the power of self-control and discipline in building a richer, happier and enlightened life. Willpower comes from meditation. To build iron willpower, it is essential to take tiny actions that tribute you to the virtue of personal discipline. An old African saying says, when a spider web unites, it can tie up a lion. Self-discipline will provide you the mental reserves when you need to take sharp turns on the highway of life. Lack of willpower is a mental disease that can be cured only by meditation. Willpower and discipline are attributes of strong characters. These virtues lead you to forge a character that is rich with discipline and willpower. Discipline leads you to courage and peaceful life. Willpower leads you to the joyful and vital life. Truly enlightened people don't seek to be liked by others, as they race against themselves rather than the competition. Don't be a slave to your impulses. as they grow reactively rather than proactively. Impulses are like sea foam pounding against the rocky shores. As they scatter in every direction the tide might take them. Whereas freedom is like a house built of bricks of willpower. This gives you the control over your life to be lived as you imagine rather than accepting the way it is. Challenge your habits with sheer power of your thought. Focus on the rituals of physicality and ritual of personal reflection to actualize your destiny. Self-discipline leads you to controlling your thoughts. That leads you to controlling your mind, and that leads you to controlling your destiny. Power of chanting leads you to the concept of satori. It's a Japanese term which means instant awakening. This freedom comes when you decide to take charge of your life and all it constitutes in the elements. Verbal embodiment leads you to develop self-control in a short period of time as they fill your mind with hope, kindness, and courage. Words have power to move mountains. They make dreams come to reality and difficult projects actualized. Repeat at least 30 times a day. I am more than what I appear to be. All the world's strength and power rests within me. To get into the habit of exerting your willpower, you need to stop being a slave of your weaker impulse. What are the exercises you should do? Good question. To build a willpower, you must first use it by nurturing the embryo of self-discipline. Pick one day a week where you speak nothing except responding to direct questions. To enhance self-discipline, you need to learn how to hold back your tongue. With every urge of speaking, you curb the impulse of remaining silent. People with high level of anger lack self-responsibility of acknowledging the potential within them that is awaiting to be inspired into action. It is your birthright to be everything you wish to be, as you have the power of being more than the environment around you. Fight the gravitation of your bad habits and weaker impulses, such as a rocket rises above the force of Earth's gravity. To finish the journey of 1000 miles, you need to start with step 1. Gain the momentum by raising your standards continuously, as momentum is the key to self-discipline. When you are snowboarding at a hill, you start slow, but the slopes lead you to pick the momentum. Similarly, daily accomplishments build your momentum that lead you to a courageous step on the path of self-actualization. Sir Isaac Pitman once said, "Well-arranged time is surest mark of well-arranged mind." Time mastery or time consciousness is a key to productive and satisfying life. Focus on high priority items by planning your entire week every Sunday will help you. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Have a discipline to focus your time around high priority. Only 20% of your activities have an impact on 80% of your life. So spend your time wisely, nourishing your relationship with your family, kids, connecting with nature, showing gratitude towards society. This will renew your mind, body, and soul, which will eventually make you a disciplined person enough to eliminate 80% of that non-productive activities out of your daily schedule. Enlightened people are priority driven. Life is like a fat strip of bacon. You need to separate meat from the fat to be the master of your time. Having courage to say no to little things will give you power to say yes to bigger things. Realize the value of your time as precious as it's the most valuable and limited commodity on your hand. Effective and enlightened people set definite aim, living life rich with accomplishment without sacrificing the peace of mind. Too many people fascinate about the magical rose garden on the horizon rather than enjoying the one growing in their backyard. Ask yourself this question of, what do I do if today was my last day? Don't accept life's mediocrity when your mind has infinite potential awaiting to be actualized. Dare to tap your greatness, as it's your birthright. Being alive itself is a magic happening to us in this very moment. We are not human beings having spiritual experiences. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. Time slips from our hand like grain of sand and never returns back. So be brave and set no limits on your imagination. When you die, you will take nothing along with you but your consciousness. So make selfless service to your environment as the calling of your life. William Blake once said, "Everything that lives, lives not alone as well as not for itself." A little fragrance always clings to the hands of the one who gives the roses. Random acts of selfless services leads the path to a meaningful and a purposeful life. Contribution towards the society will help you serve the higher purpose by losing self-consciousness. A dramatically improved quality of your life will be cultivated in front of you. Change your worldview. Stop seeing yourself as an individual. Start seeing yourself as a part of collective. Shed the shackles of your past by losing your self-consciousness and focusing on the higher purpose. Make world a better place by contributing your time and energy for the betterment of the change you want to bring. You need spark of awareness to light the candle of compassion. Compassion and daily acts of kindness make life richer. A person with just 3 solid friends is the wealthiest one. Add humor, fascination, inspiration and beauty to life by being humble, smiling, and helping the society around you. Path of Diamond. This is the last one. Path of Diamond will serve you to remind the final virtue of living in present. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "When I admire the wonders of sunset or beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator." A true, joyful, and rewarding life comes only through the process called living in now. Happiness is a journey and not a destination. Never sacrifice happiness for the achievement. Slow things down to enjoy the beauty and sacredness of everything around you. Never put off things that are important for your well-being and satisfaction to a later time. Today is the day to enjoy the fruits of your efforts. Seize the moment, live your imagination, and harvest your imagination. Don't miss the forest for the trees. Happiness is a journey, and the choices you make will pick the path that you take. That is how you can train yourself to enjoy the gift of living and fulfilling the reasons of your existence. Be thankful for what you have, as gratitude should be the attitude of your life. Let's conclude it with the story of Peter and the magic thread. Peter was a very lively little boy who was loved by his friends, family, and everyone around him, except he had one weakness. He could not live in the present. One day, while walking through the forest, he took a nap on a patch of grass. He woke up to the voice of an old woman who was at least 100 years old, with a magic ball in her hand and a golden thread dangling around. She said, "This thread is the thread of your life. If you pull it just a bit, hours will pass into seconds." She gave it to Peter and vanished in the woods. Peter was excited about the magic thread. Every time he was bored, he would pull a thread and skip a piece of his life. He wanted everything fast. He pulled the thread to be a teenager. Then he wanted a wife. Then he wanted kids. Then he wanted success in life. In less than a day, he was already 80 years old without experiencing anything. He never planted a garden. He never read all those books which he should have, visited those places where he wanted to. Instead, he hurried through the life. Next day, he went back to the forest to look for that old lady and return the magic thread. The old lady took her gift back. When he woke up from the nap, his mother was waking him up. You know where I'm going with the story? In real world, you won't get the second chance to live the life to your fullest. Today is your chance to be awakened. Live the life as if it's literally a gift. Make the decision to spend more time with those who will make your life meaningful. The ultimate destination of true enlightened soul is nirvana. Nirvana is a state one transcends his life where everything is possible and there's no suffering. Meditate on your true calling and stop being the prisoner of gravity. To reach the state of enlightenment, little hints will confirm your entrance. Notice the holiness on everything. Tiny incremental changes and improvement will lead you to nirvana. Change is the essence of life's hustle. Begin to live each and every day as if today is your last day. So stop being the prisoner of your past and become the architect of your future. If you like this video, please don't forget to share, comment, as well as subscribe my channel. I'm a budding YouTuber. Also, I'm doing this out of my pocket. So if you want to support me on my Patreon and Instagram, link is in the description. So just to resonate the feeling, I'm also laid off due to COVID and my travel plans were failed. So I thought I will fulfill my purpose. Like Phil Dunphy once said, when life gives you lemonade, make a lemon and life will be like, "What?"